friends. Today we'll learn about Emily Durkheim, one of a great sociologist of his time. Okay, so we'll begin with introduction, then background, then then we'll go to social fact, then characteristics and rules. Like introduction. Before that, let me tell you that he believed that a theory is about imagination as a sociologist and the personal experience as a person. He believes Durkheim. Okay. Then coming to the next part, background. Okay, like let's have some background about Durkheim. He believed that behavior of matter in nature is the reaction to natural stimuli. Okay, and similarly, for man, it is the response to external constraint of such social facts. We'll learn about social facts in a short while, but just until then, remember that it is a response to stimuli or to external constraint of such social facts. Okay, and let me give you an interesting fact. Like in today's time, we have a professor, we have a tutor for every subject. But during his time, or at his time, he was not having a single professor for sociology. And see, and now he is one of the greatest sociologists. And for the first time in France, a chair of sociology was made for him. Okay. Next, we'll learn about M. Okay, what is the M we're dealing with this subject? He wanted to make generalized laws for sociology using scientific methods. Okay, he wanted to have some scientific methods or generalized law for sociology. Okay. Next, social fact. Okay, now let, let's know what is exactly social fact mean. It says that it is a way of acting and thinking or feeling, etc., which is more or less general in a given society. And the name itself is self explanatory, like social fact, a fact that is randomly used or it's present inevitably in a society. Okay. Next comes to physical world. It's the facts observed directly. Okay, in physical world, like everything, like climate changes, we can observe it directly. It's something direct world, and social world is the facts observed indirectly, like through religion or something like that. Okay, like you see a sick person, you can know by his turban. He's wearing if he is wearing a turban, he's sick. Similarly, okay, it's social fact. Then the characteristics of social fact. Okay, ECGI acronym. Okay, to remember easily. ECGI, like we do it for our human body. Okay, so it's the characteristics of social fact. It's the body of social fact. So it's easy to learn. Okay, externality. Okay, like you can see a baby is taken bath. Okay, like how it's related. Okay, let me like social fact is not related to anybody's experience or conscience. Okay, it is totally different. What you think, it's not what matters as a social fact. Okay, to make you understand perfectly, let me give you two scenario. Okay, like every individual is born in an ongoing society. What does that mean? Like today you are born. Okay, there are society, there are religion, there are beliefs, there are norms already present in the society. There are the ready-made things that you get while you get born. And you take time to remember, to get acquainted with all this. And this process is called sociology. Okay? Socialization, sorry. Process is called socialization. Okay? And the next scenario is one individual is a single element within the totality of relationship which constitutes the society. Okay, for this, let me draw a parallel. Let me, not actually, he draw. Okay, Durkheim draws a parallel relationship with chemistry. Okay, what did he say? He said that, like in chemistry, we have elements, we have atoms constituting a substance, a molecule, or a cell which is built of a human cell, which is or a living cell, which is built of oxygen and hydrogen. It's all constitute. It's all a part of the whole living cell. And similarly, in society constitutes of individuals. Okay, so they are both different. The individual particle is different from the molecule that is formed afterwards. Similarly, the individual in our society is different from the social fact that is created by the society. Okay, so it's external. The social fact is external. Let me tell you about the constraint. The second characteristics is constraints. What does it mean? Like it puts, like you can see in the picture, it puts a force on you. It puts a pressure on you. Social fact is recognized as it forces itself on the individual. Let me give you an example. Education. You have to get education, a minimum education in order to, like it's already present in the society that you, if a child is born, he has to take education in today's time. Okay. Another example is that if you come home late, okay, at night, it's considered to be bad. So these are the constraints that are already present in the society, and you have to follow them in order to be called a good person or a good individual. Okay. The next comes generality. It's self-explanatory. Like social fact is the general view, which is more or less happens in day-to-day life in a society. Okay. Then comes independence. Social facts are independent of the will of individual, and individual cannot change the social fact, but opposite may be. It's somehow related to the first and the second, like constraint and externality. Like it is external to the individual, and it may put force the individual to do something or somehow or something. Okay. Next comes to the rules of sociological method, and for this we are given the acronym OCDE. Okay, O stands for observation, and the next will go step by step. Okay, rules of observation, like how you have to observe the social fact. Observe social fact as things or objects, concepts precisely. Okay, like you don't have to have previously thoughts for something. You have to do it precisely, empirically, without any predecision or prejudication. Okay, and then by identifying the manifestations, symbols as they represent collective representation. Okay, like manifestation, like which is represented by them. We have to know that by the symbols. Okay, the same example we can give of six, or we can give another example like if a girl or woman wears sindur, then we can say that yes, she is married. Okay, that's an observation you have to do by the manifestation of the symbols. Okay, next comes about the rules of classification. Okay, or types we can say of social facts: structural, institutional, non-institutional social facts. Okay, structural gives appearance to a particular society. Okay, for example, if you're living in hilly areas, their house styles will different from the other people living in plains. Or you can take rich people have some different building style and poor have some different. Okay, what is institutional social fact? The fact that are accepted by the people. Okay, like we can say that education, which is accepted by the people. Okay, it's a social fact. And non-institutional social fact like crime, murder, these are not accepted by the society. These are ill thinking for the society. Okay, next comes the rules of distinction. Okay, normal and pathological features, like we have to have the knowledge to distinguish what is pathological and what is normal. Okay, for an example, up to some extent we can say that suicide is normal. Okay, it happens in a society, but at a certain time if the suicide rate increases tremendously, okay, then we can say it's a pathological form. We have to read it, like why, what is the reason behind so many suicides at a single time. Okay, we have to distinguish about it. Then rules of explanation: define precisely, objectivity in study, empirical investigation. Okay, like how we have to explain, we have to define it precisely. Okay, to the point, and objectivity in study. We should not have our own experience, or we should not show our own theory, own ideology. Okay, we have to do it objectively without any personal interference. Okay, empirical investigation, we have to do it empirically. Okay, and this much. Thanking you. Have a nice day.